Um, I think I was kind of thinking about this one a little bit earlier, trying to figure out like, well, what is the kind of the one thing that I think everyone should come back to? I think honestly, it's pretty simple. Nothing about ergonomics is particularly like complicated. Like I tell people sometimes, I'm like, well, it's not rocket science, it's pretty like understandable, like easy to understand, like kind of basic stuff, but it's still stuff that we don't do. So it's not exactly revolutionary, but I would say like remembering to move throughout the day is one of the biggest things for everybody. Like everybody needs to do that. I feel like when I'm working with people, maybe like I don't know, like 5% of the people are actually getting the appropriate movement breaks that they need throughout the day. It's a pretty
Wow.
small number. Like I'm always so happy when I meet
Wow.
them. I'm like, you're doing a great job. But it's a very, very like small minority of people. Most people are not doing that. Most people are, stuck in their chair, stuck in their office, and they're not getting up and moving. Um, and I tell people all the time that even if you're in the most like perfect ergonomic position, you're checking off all the boxes. If you're not moving out of that position often enough, it's going to do you no good. You need to be moving, and you need to be like getting your muscles engaged. You need to be like lubricating your joints, and you need to be getting the blood flow and the circulation going. So if you're not doing that, it kind of, it's not that it amounts to nothing, but really it's, you're doing yourself a disservice by not moving. So I do all of that. Even if we've like really dialed in the workstation, if you're not getting up, it's not going to do you a whole lot of good. And one thing that I do try to remind people is it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to go like on a whole like walk around the block or anything. You don't have to do like a full exercise routine or like start doing yoga in the office. Like you don't have to get that intense with it. You can literally just stand up, walk across the office, and throw something in the far garbage can. Like that's all you need to do. So I think sometimes people get this idea that they have to do this like grand routine when really you don't need to. It's all about like teeny tiny little things, just spread throughout the day. And it kind of tied in with actually what I've seen so many different physical therapists for like random issues I've had throughout my life. But one of the things that stuck with me from one of the PTs that I saw was you don't need to do all of these exercises with your TheraBand and your rollerball and all these things all at one time, like right before dinner or after you get up or whatever. Think about it as little snacks rather than one big meal. So you're constantly getting movement and exercise and all these things throughout the day in little pieces, and that's actually going to be better for your body in the long run. So don't stress out about not being able to do whatever you have in your head you think you need to do. Just throw something away across the room. That's it.
Such a simple, such a simple, practical, concrete way of thinking about it. Thank you.
Yeah.
And one more time, Kelly,
Yeah.
what's the limit we should think about as we go throughout our work days in terms of the amount of sedentary time versus
Yes.
movement?
Definitely. So the kind of the gold standard that I've heard is you want to do about one break per half hour generally. And by movement break, I don't mean, like I said, like you don't need to do a big elaborate thing. Just stand up, go throw something away, and walk back and sit down again. Something that minimal counts. But
Got it.
yeah, about I would say like maybe 5% of people are already at or exceeding that. But most people are sitting at their desk for like 2 hours at a time. Some even more. There were some people I've met that are sitting at their desk like for 4 hours at a time. It's really,
Yeah.
really not. Yeah. So aim for that, once every half hour. You want to be getting up and moving a little bit. And if you do, because a lot of people have their sit to stand desks, that's another place where I find that people think they need to really do something like heroic with the standing desk, and you really don't. Usually sitting for 30 minutes and standing for 15 minutes is sufficient. You actually don't need to stand for longer than, 15 to 20 minutes. And in like stationary position like that, you're going to start feeling wear on your joints. You're going to start, experiencing like, decreased circulation. All of the fluid in our body just kind of tends to go down. The reason it goes back up is because we're contracting our muscles and we're moving. So if you're standing still for too long, it's kind of just going to go down. You might get some swelling or varicose veins, things like that. So yeah, so don't be heroic. Like 5 minutes standing is fine. Sit back down again. It's fine.
That's such a great way of thinking about standing desk timing too. I don't know that I've ever heard that. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people will try to stand for like the whole afternoon, the whole day, the whole morning, and it's like standing versus sitting definitely is easier on your low back. But if you're not moving and not getting postural variability, it's you're limiting the benefit for sure.